what did you learn this year? We learned a bunch of cool stuff, and we found a really cool list talking about some of them, which prompted some thoughts, particularly from Mike. We're going to talk about them today's Not So Critical Update.
On today's Not the So Critical the Update.
Oh. No, you did it right.
Did I fluff that?
No. You did it right the last 2 days. You're perfect.
Yeah,
the last 2 days, but I didn't do the other ones?
It's sketchy this week. But we gave you lots of practice.
Rocky boat.
Right, so what did you learn, Mike?
Somebody found this article, Medium post, 52 Things I Learned in 2022 by Tim Whitwell. And some of them were like tech stuff. Some of them were general world stuff. And so we just were talking about some of the things. So the main thing that I think the three of us all ended up commenting on was that the YouTuber Mr. Beast employs a team of 6 people to make thumbnails for his videos. And he does the thumbnails and videos before he ever shoots any video. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
So we're doing that now. We're hiring for 6 thumbnail producers.
We can pay you in likes and exposure.
Any of those Twitter
Classic
staff
choosers
that have been put out of a job recently, let us know because we might have a place for you.
Especially during this recession. If you
fucking hell, 6 people. What would you? Can you imagine 6 people? Like it'd be like a writer's room, right? Sitting around going.
I think it is. I think it is very much like a writer's room, especially on his scale.
Should it be the Not So Critical Update or Not So Critical Update or
that's already been answered.
What do you think? NSC update.
I take from this that I'm doing
the intern.
I take from this that I'm doing the work of 6 people, basically.
You absolutely are, Mike. We
100%.
cherish you for that.
Yeah, double that dozen people.
So from this list, a couple that I thought I'll say this one last. 2 that I thought were really interesting was number 12 on the list was that 37% of the world's population, 2.9 billion people, have never used the internet.
We did this, Mike. We fucking did this the other day.
I know.
We had this as a...
It's not the other day. It was a year ago.
Okay, a year ago. Yeah.
Sometime in the past year. We've been doing this a while now. Okay, how about this one?
We have.
This one I thought was interesting. Right. 70% of Gen Z viewers prefer to watch videos with subtitles, which is why Netflix focused so much on subtitles for Stranger Things.
I'm a big subtitles guy. I cannot watch a TV show without subtitles. I need it.
Why is that?
Wow. I'm so distracted.
I like watching TV. Okay, so this might come off as super like crazy person, but I'm big into silence. So I like things to be near silent or silent. For example, the new Pokemon game just came out. I sit in silence and play this game.
There's no game sound
from the game. No game sound, no music, silence.
My dad does that.
My wife thinks I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah, you sound like an insane person.
I've been told. So, for example, like how when you're traveling,
that's okay though. We still love you.
I'm totally fine with this. I've accepted my craziness. But like, when you travel, do you guys listen to music?
No.
Yes.
You do? Okay. I have the headphones in, silence.
Okay. Right. Interesting. Yeah. Are you? Wait, can you hear us now? Are you like? Have we got subtitles?
I've actually been reading reading your guys' lips.
There's just some transcript
for the actually doesn't know what our voices sound like at all.
Oh my god, John.
No clue. But I know exactly what you're saying. But like, so same thing with TV. I'll have it down very low and subtitles on. I'm a big fan of silence.
Hey,
shit.
Forgot to say, we've been meant to. Sorry to interrupt you, but we've been meaning to ask people to subscribe at the beginning of the video because a lot of people don't get to the end. So just wanted to shove that in there.
Yeah, get in here.
As a complete, non sequitur. Join us. Join the cult of the Not So Critical Update or Not So Critical Update. Tell us which is which. Anyway, it's
definitely not the. But I'm totally with the Gen Zers. I did like the one that talked about the Gen Xers. This one's so Mike because It's crazy how
this was the one that was like really hit me hard personally.
Gen Xers write what we millennials and Gen Zers may perceive as passive aggressive. So the reason this hits home is because Mike would type to me and Peter in Discord, and I'd be like, Mike, are you mad at me?
He sounds furious.
Specifically the ellipsis in this case, but
he would finish his sentences with punctuation.
Punctuation.
And it's like, Mike, we're not we're not coworkers, you know?
Yeah,
You're
sorry,
not,
Dad.
Oh, I'm sorry I used proper English.
No, we're not using the proper. How long have you been on the internet for?
Well, I'm sorry, I used proper English.
No capitals.
Full stop.
Yeah, exactly.
So now,
full stop, capital, first letter.
So now instead, I'm super self-conscious, and we're like, nah, smiley face.
Yeah. He does the total favorite thing of like,
it's such
hey
boomer.
guys,
It's such
stop.
boomer. He'll use the raffle emote all the time, the rolling on the floor, like the laughing my ass off emote. So,
all right,
but I'm trying to inch them.
You'll never see it from me again.
Them into
Cack all the way.
I'm trying to inch them. Yes, I'm trying to inch them slowly into like Kappa and Keck and get them onto like English speak, you know, but like the internet nowadays. Custom emotes.
There's a balance, John. Come on now. We're not.
But it's so funny. You have to admit, my emotes are hilarious.
They don't really make any sense, but okay.
No, but they're funny. It's a guy laughing.
Right.
But that's the thing, right? Have you ever been in a situation where there's been like a brand of humor that you just don't really get, you don't really understand?
Oh, yeah.
Like a kids or a friend or something that's been watching, a friend who watches a TV show and there's like a running joke, a meme or something in the joke in the show, and they keep bringing it up, and you have no idea what it really means. But after a while, it just suddenly seems funny for some reason.
Like any of our viewers who've never watched Letterkenny.
And that's, exactly.
Figure it out.
So give your balls a tug. So
I can't even do that.
These are it's the best one. What do you mean? It's the best one.
So
if you haven't seen Letterkenny, super good show. I didn't
we
believe
actually just started watching again.
I was a big hater when I started on the show. Mike and Peter, they converted me to watch it.
But you got to give it 3 episodes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, at least. Yeah.
And then you'll be totally hooked. Okay, so new things. What did you learn? Yeah. What did you learn, John, in 2022? What interesting thing did you learn in 2022?
I did say that we should have figured this out before we started.
Yeah, you did. Oh, so I'm got
to think back through a whole year. I mean, I can't remember what I did yesterday. So
what did I learn?
This is kind of hard.
I know what I learned. I learned that I will never, ever manually move places again.
Just
I never respect, but you know, it gave me a good, a new respect for the great frontier pioneers of back in the day. Like, I'm complaining about driving a U-Haul 1,300 miles. Those fucking guys and women and children and elderly crossed the country on wagons.
I don't know if you're aware, John, but we all did that on the Oregon Trail as well.
Oh, sorry. Is that the Oregon Trail, the video game?
Obviously.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
We know what that life is like. We practically lived it ourselves.
I wasn't sure if you actually were saying that you did do the Oregon Trail.
Yes. So 1,300 miles from where to where, John?
Yeah, from X to Y. Yeah. Go ahead and note that down. Docs person. From A to B. Yes.
Do you know what? I don't really, at this point in time, I don't feel like I've learned a fucking thing. Seriously. I feel like I'm dumber than I was when I started this year, honestly.
Wow.
Every year for the past, since sort of the pandemic started, even before, has just been, wow, God, didn't see that coming. And then it's just gotten worse and worse since Trump got into power, I think. Maybe since George Bush was in power. I don't know. It just doesn't ever seem to get any better. And I don't know. Do
you have something? Because mine's actually kind of related to what you just said.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was starting to feel very discouraged by some of those things that you just mentioned. But I think the thing that I really saw this year, I think seeing the labor movements across the country. We talked last week about the strikes and unionization in Starbucks and Chipotle and Amazon. I think seeing the reports about the Great Resignation and people really demanding that better work-life balance, I think seeing those movements start to get some traction and start to get some attention, even if it's currently kind of given a negative spin because there's resistance to it, I think that the movement is happening really has taught me that workers really do have more of that power, and that I personally can ask for more and deserve more, and will take steps to go out and look for that stuff. So I feel really encouraged in a lot of ways for the first time in a long time this year. Some of the voting patterns that we saw these last 2022 midterm elections, youth, Gen Z turning out to vote at rates equaling baby boomers who have been dominant in American politics for decades. Love seeing that turnaround. I think, restoration of sanity in a lot of the races across the country. So I feel maybe for the first time a little more optimistic.
And mine is going to be the complete opposite. What I learned, and I've been a long time like complainer about things like mob mentality, for example. I'd excuse behavior away with like, oh, that's just mob mentality. But what I've been enlightened to this year, especially in recent events, is how easily large amounts of people are influenced, both positively and negatively, but in this context, negatively. What comes to mind instantly, the Kanye thing.
Oh my God.
Which is, that hits home for me, considering I'm Jewish.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
Religiously, no. Racially,
I'm fucking with you, man. I know you're Jewish.
yes.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm glad you gave that data point away yourself, though. So thank you. Writing that one down.
So, but nothing that I'm ashamed of. But it dawned on me that I now need to ask the question of, which is fucking crazy, am I safe here?
Yeah,
And
I totally get that.
We're in 2022.
Yeah.
I'm a upper middle class person, and I need to ask that question.
Yeah.
Am I safe in this country? Generally speaking, yes, I'm fine. But like the steps that you could take that are so close, they're right there around the corner. To me, all of a sudden saying, no, I'm not, I need to leave.
Yeah. Some of the responses to the Kanye thing have been terrifying.
Terrifying. Right, yeah, go ahead, Peter.
So in the spirit of the article, thank you for talking for a little while so that I could think of something. I did learn one thing this year, which is not particularly related to anything, which was, Indonesia is mostly shit. Wait, Google it live. No one's going to notice.
Almost learned it this year.
Religion do they have
things you are learning in 2022 in real time as they happen?
No. Okay, thank you. It's Islam, right? That's what I was going to say, but then I was like, oh man, I forgot that wrong. That's bad. So Indonesia is 87% Islam, except for Bali, which is predominantly Hindu. And an interesting fact about Hinduism in Bali is that when Indonesia was granted independence by the Dutch, they gave them freedom of religion. But their definition of religion was a monotheistic religion. So it had to have a singular God. And Hinduism isn't like that. They worship all sorts of different gods. So they had to adapt Hinduism just for to be able to practice it in Bali. And so what they have is, oh, hey, bye, John. I don't know where you've gone, but
probably anyway, come back.
Not liking this religious talk. Anyway, yeah. So in Bali, they have a version of Hinduism where they have the one supreme being and all the different kinds of, I think it's Vishnu and the different, the alligator god and whatever. They're just aspects of the one supreme being. So because of a kind of political situation that happened a long time ago, generations of people in Bali have grown up with a completely different, well, not completely, but a entirely different religion. Yeah.
Interesting. That reminds me of something that I learned this week or this year, which is that there is apparently a cat trafficking industry in Malta, which I learned about from our Discord server.
Yeah.
That Peter may or may not have actually been a part of.
Catnapping, they call it. Yeah, it's the filthy industry. If anybody out there knows anything about it, please report it to the authorities or us immediately. There are some very dodgy people.
You guys made it sound like it was a good thing. No,
I learned something about Indonesia this week. Did you guys hear about this?
What?
That they're banning premarital sex.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for tourists also.
Yeah, no sex unless married. Like, and the first thing that
person
comes
you're
to
married
mind,
to.
The first
like
thing
two married people can't, who are married to other people can't have sex with each other even.
No. You have to only have sex with your married with your partner who you are married to, and if you don't, weird, if you get caught. I don't know how they're going to catch people having sex. If you get caught having sex,
don't do it on the beach.
Not married, it's up to 1 year jail time.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. They don't want any tourism there.
That's what I'm saying. This is a country that is largely dependent on tourism. A big portion of their money comes in from tourism.
But that's not true. That's not
Why
true.
Not?
Indonesia itself is not. But there's certain places like Bali which are very.
Oh yeah, okay, Bali.
But Indonesia is pretty independent.
That's fair.
Sorry.
No.
But yeah,
right.
Bali would be fucked with that.
Yeah, Bali's totally ruined.
Yeah, really. I mean, you can still go to Bali, just don't have sex unless you're married to,
I think we all learned about the atrocious racism in Qatar recently because of the World Cup.
Oh,
in Qatar.
God, why do we have to go downhill? I had a quite interesting fact.
Yeah, you had a good one.
No, go ahead. That's fine.
Yeah, you had a good one.
No. I started off with one. Now we're down back where we started.
We're back to negativity.
I thought you had another.
A running like thing that we talk about a lot is that the show is largely negative. So we try to like make it more positive. But the problem is that the topics we talk
can't
about.
Have sex in Indonesia.
Who senses that? I don't think the show's largely negative. Is that true?
We talk about hacks, lives ruined, and social security problems all day.
I guess not always.
Sometimes
we talk about fun stuff. Yeah. That's the fun stuff.
And then
what's more fun than dystopian nightmares?
Literally augments and VR. Just get me in there already. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just a bundle of fun.
Yeah.
I think we're coming from different places on this.
The not so heartwarming update.
The not so. I don't know. I can't get anything better. I think I like her. Not so critical. Yeah, anyway.
All right, Kate. This is the end of the week. It's Friday. Have a great weekend, guys. We're going to be back on Monday. Thanks for watching. We love you all. Good night.